Hello everyone and welcome back to the Adeptus Amosecus, or better said, the Rogue Trader. As you can see, in the last episode we met and we fight and won against the other Rogue Trader, Corda, because she fancied eating brains, so we decided to kill her, and we also helped Joe to bring back his men. Or her man. And now we are out of quest and we're just waiting for the inquisitor to summon us. And I think when we leave here we can go and talk to the inquisitor. Oh wow. Voidbook, Alfaro, or the Atrium. Let's go to the Atrium and check if we can speak with the Inquisitor. I think we are out of quests here. I think we did everything we can, and I get this feeling that the end game is coming, but we still had a few things ahead. If I consider how the leveling up system or how our levels are, we got at least 10 more levels to go until we reach the end of our levels, or maxing out our characters. And again, we're waiting on the 100%. I guess there's a lot of things to load for the atrium. Come on.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
There is the message. The elderly man in front of you is moving with the noiselessness of an experienced servant. He bows primely and says in a raspy voice, "The Lord Inquisitor told me to let you know that it will be his pleasure to see your lordship at his palace. There are matters of the utmost urgency that he wishes to discuss, and he hopes you will find the time to meet him in the near future." I visit the Lord Inquisitor as soon as I can. I will pass the good news to the Lord Inquisitor. The man bows respectfully again. Let's check on the journal. We have completed these few chapters, and Companions quest. We still have we have to talk to Ja on the Warship Bridge, and I don't know why this quest, because we did these two. And I also don't know why but we have visited the system at least twice. Here he was not here.
Rise to the top, or get left.
You are different from your kin, Iliad. And that worries me. Not knowing what to expect means I always have to be on my guard.
You are unusually perceptive for a monkey, and you have such an unruly nature. Perhaps I should take a closer look at you too.
She's different than the rest. Interesting. They look good. I just wanted to check these troopers out because I painted some Tempest to Science for Inquisitor troopers. I just wanted to compare what kind of armor they give them, but this is a little bit different. Okay,
Is there money to be made?
Yeah, he's here. The Road Inquisitor is engrossed in studying star system charts and reports which are amassed on the desk like the ridges of a formidable mountain range. There are shadows beneath his eyes which are ruthlessly dissecting the latest report, and his skin stretched out over the bones of his skull. Without turning his head to you, Balthazar says wearily, "Greetings, your lordship. Your timing is impeccable." An aged servant with the bearing of a veteran approaches the two of you. In a precise movement, he replaces an untouched cup of cold recap in front of the Lord Inquisitor with a new one slightly steaming. May the Emperor grant you strength and some time to rest, Lord Inquisitor. Let's be nice with him. The corners of Balthazar's mouth creep upward. In a befitting grave tone, he replies, "I would be loath to trouble our master with a prayer for such an indulgence, especially one so utterly inappropriate at this fraught time." Balthazar notices Argenta and inclines his head with a dignified air. "Sister?" The battle sister eyes gleam as the Lord Inquisitor addresses her. "May your path be blessed. It is gratifying to see that the trials endured by the Expanse have failed to extinguish a flame of your fortitude." Jet touches the Aquila on her chest and drops her head in an unnecessarily deep bow. "O Lord Inquisitor, smiting spear of the Imperium with the gold of fate cutting through the nebula of the Corvinus X." Balthazar raises a hand in warning. "If I were you, Miss West Haydari, I would endeavor not to draw the Inquisition's attention to my person. A Marcatum Tabula Officiale can do many things. Reattaching a head to a body is not one of them." What is the current situation in the Expanse? The cult of the Final Dawn and the Dark Adar Raiders are being with each other to see who can cause us the greatest turmoil. I have mobilized all the forces I can to repel the attackers, which is why we are still alive. Combined military brigades are hunting for Xenos and guarding convoys, and expeditionary platoons under my command are crushing heretic rebellions. The situation is unstable, but I will not pretend that I was prepared for this crisis. However, we have not lost our footing yet. What has prompted the Dark Elder to act so brazenly? Prisoner interrogation indicated that a relatively major political upheaval has taken place in Komorag. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest has lost its grip on authority and become a target of enemies and rivals. Many vassals and members of the Cabal decided that fleeing to real space was preferable to waiting in Komorag to be killed. Why has the cult of the Final Dawn become more active? The warp is raging. This baleful sign always portends change and cries beget desperation. The most fertile ground for heresy. I believe the arch-enemy servant thinks their time has come. Or perhaps this day was marked in their profane scriptures as the date of the end of existence. I will not trouble myself with further attempts to make sense of their blasphemous doctrine. They are bent on destroying us all, and so they must be destroyed. You mobilize all forces, but not House von Valencius. Are you not standing before me now? While your status remained unclear, I prefer not to requisition the resources of the von Valencius Protectorate. Your people dealt with Arlon the Cruel's agents and with Xenos raids, and that was enough for me. But now is the time to add your might and talents to the scales. I understand. I see no need to be bogged down in details. To apprise you of all the information I currently possess would require more time than we have. What was the dispute between you and Caligos Winterstill about? His lordship deemed it more important to show off his stubbornness than to safeguard the interests of the Expanse. Stupidity of the most burdensome kind, but my sources inform me that he nevertheless has joined my force against the Xenos, and so I have decided to stay and sanctions for a time. Why do you think he acted that way? His lordship has long displayed a susceptibility to corrupting ideas. His loss of interest in managing his protectorate and his appetite for violence drew my notice some time ago. After a moment's hesitation, Calcasaras, the only question that remains unanswered is how many agents of the archenemy have infiltrated his entourage. I see. Rest assured that his lordship will face the consequences of his actions. Yeah, I'm deliberately not bringing the news of his death because the Inquisitor would ask how he had died. Well, I guess we can tell him a story, and we could left the Eldars out, but well, he probably knows about it. One of your acolytes, Emilan, accused of your cooperating with Xenos. Is there a point to ask this question while Iriel is standing in our retinue? I don't think that, but let's inform him about this. I escaped from Komorag, where I was held captive by Xenos. The Inquisitor raises an eyebrow, impressed. You escaped from the Dark City, feat that a few have accomplished. Truly, I congratulate you on an exceptional performance, and I won't even mar your triumph by telling you that the Inquisition will, of course, be watching you very closely henceforth. I sincerely hope that your grand escape was not part of the Xenos devious machinations. Now, if you put it that way, we can hope as well, because we had this worm in our head, and who knows what else they did. Yet I am surprised that this Xenos is still alive. What is it, your ship? Sentimentally, revenge, bold calculation? Alcazar gives Iriel a long, significant look. If you do not finish her off yourself, send a word when you have tired of her. My acolytes will be only too eager to learn her secrets. Clenching her jaw to the point of pain, Iliad hisses Eldar curses under her breath, but retreats half a step. I have looked into the eyes of death and of creatures far more dangerous than you, monkey. Do not try to frighten me. Now this is the time to ask this. One of your acolytes, Emilia, accused of you of cooperating with Xenos. I will remind you that the particularities of the Inquisition were lie far beyond the Rogue's purview, but given the circumstances, yes, acolyte Lichtenhardt's words are true. It has been several years since I established contact with the Dark Eldar. They informed me of upcoming raids and I throttled them. I kept the expanse safe while the Xenos were absorbed in their internal squabbles, which are a little interest to me. Strictly speaking, one might regard my actions in this situation as unorthodox at the very least. In reality, however, they are undoubtedly beneficial. Acolyte Lichtenhardt has demonstrated her inability to surmount the bounds of convention, and had she been in my position, the Expanse would have likely already fallen under the blows of the present crisis. Fortunately for you, she is not, and the Dark Eldar, drained by their power struggles and bereft of their best raiders, can do nothing more than run from my fleets. Your Lordship, I hope it goes without saying that I would appreciate you not spreading dangerous and misleading rumors going forward and keeping the content of this conversation private. Given the current state of affairs, I would have to treat such actions as subversive, so I thank you in advance for your considerate silence. What help do you want from me? Rocher, if you please. The Inquisition nods imperiously at the servant who draws some kind of remote controller from his pocket. All sounds whose sources are more than 3 meters away fade to nothing. Nice. To my charge, the ability to be in two places at once does not number among my talents. That is why I wish for you to serve in my stead. I place such trust in very few people, you understand. You will feel it is to walk in my shoes and attempt to compel a gaggle of quarrelsome blockheads to work together. You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. The Inquisitor gestures to the servant, and the silencing field disappears. Porsche, another recap. This one has gone cold. Pascal jerked his head up, clearly recognizing the name Balcazar just uttered. Merite stifles a grunt of displeasure, his mutter pitched for yours ear only. You will reconquer Euphrates too for me. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor has done away with all pretense and pointless now. His orders no longer come with even the veneer of request. Can you tell me more about Euphrates II? The sacred word of the Adeptus Mechanicus off limits to lay people. I am one of the few who do not worship the Omnissiah to have set foot on its surface. Or rather, I was. Now it is crawling with unbelievers. The despicable word-bearers attacked and captured Euphrates II, and the cult of the Final Dawn brought an entire horde of heretics to the planet. Registering a Sanctity Alpha priority mission, the scourge of corrupted misbelievers reign over blessed workshops fills the Omnissiah's faithful with anguish. Activating a auto-asceticism protocol, I offer a prayer for the liberation of the sacred word. From beneath Pascal's crimson robe comes the sound of mechanism whirling to life, and dark bloodstain streaks across the fabric. I sent my troops to aid the explorator forces laying siege to the world, but a rift occurred among the commanders. They need an authoritative general, and you are perfect for the role. My confidence is not misplaced, I trust. The word bearers went there themselves, they didn't just send in their puppets. Clearly the stakes for them are high enough. Urlaon the Cruel has stirred his profane self to make a personal appearance on Euphrates too. Conrad Waldgwir, incidentally, is also there. I hear you two have unfinished businesses. Him and I will generously leave to you. When you are finished with him, you may simply dispose of his mortal remains. No need to surrender them to the Inquisition for an inquest. Consider it my gift. What do they want with Euphrates too? The reason behind their machinations would be pure speculation at this point. Bring me prisoners to interrogate and perhaps we'll gain some much needed insight. What matter first brought you to Euphrates out of interest? An utterly transparent attempt to learn a secret intelligence. I offer to make you my general and you try to pump me information. Poorly done. What courses do we have in place and what is the rift that occurred between the commanders? Exploraton Fleet Divine Cognizance 7821 recalled its most combat-ready units to retake the world. They were supported by my most powerful strike fleet and a group of deadlier allies. Why the pause? I dispatched a pack of space wolves to hunt down the transgressors. Okay, I was thinking about Dark Eldars. Unfortunately, the leaders have failed to find a common language. This team, Thorvald, is at odds with the conclave of the Mechanicus Battle Congregation, and the Omnissiah servants find Thorvald's strident nature off-putting. And neither group is fond of militant Sibilek, who commands my forces. We are not found to be precise. The esteemed militant perished along with his ship a week ago when his noble allies failed to support his offensive. That's just nice. How did you manage to enlist the aid of the angels of the Emperor? I must remind you that I am still Lord Inquisitor of the Coronus Expanse, not merely some, what do you always say, for sure, some Grog's butchering prick. If certain rogue traders at times allow themselves to speak to me in an overly willful manner, that should not give you cause to adopt my authority. Well, but we know he cannot command a Space Marine chapter. He can make a request. And because of his position, the leaders of a Space Marine chapter will listen closely for his request. But they can still say no on Inquisitor. The situation is clear. You will be given the details when you arrive in orbit around Euphrates II. Is he your wallet or another Inquisitioner assassin? Why can't both be true? Portia has been a member of my retinue for 50 Terran years and the person in my entourage who comes closest to being my confidant. Something akin to a warm smile touches the Inquisitor lips. We have had to be involved in many incidents whose reports have since been marked with a seal of silence. Portia nods deferentially, and on his age-jowled face appears an expression caught between eternal loyalty, motherly affection, and religious devotion. To what do I owe such an honor? To who else could I entrust this mission? No need to feign ignorance on balances. We both know the shortcomings of the other candidates for this position. At present in the Expanse there are two people with the perspective and steady hand required to control this situation, and they are both standing in this room. So if you will dispense with the humble rogue trader act and win this war for me. But okay, the situation is clear. Why can't we accept it? That's strange. It would be a free. Why is it the choice that okay, we conquer Euphrates 2 for you? Especially that we have a Forge World background, and we always strive to help the Adeptus Mechanicus. Well, here goes nothing. Barad raises his hands as if trying to stop you. The Lord Inquisitor replies in a soft, arid voice, but it is not a request. It is a command, and I am far past the point of humoring your pride and vanity. Balcazar notes that the paper that his servant has deferentially delivered to the table. These documents attest the extraordinary powers you now have at your disposal. I am counting on your success, Reckon. Okay, let's move.
I always keep my options open.
Yes, we have to speak with her when we return to the ship, and I see no reason not to return to the ship. I think everything would be much smoother with the Space Wolf if we could have recruited him. Lord Captain, permission to report. J. Haydari is gone. It is difficult to say when and how she left the ship, but only a few items are missing. Her personal weapons, her certificate, and a small box containing securities. I believe she has returned to Footfall according to Vox officer reports. She was always telling the crew that she would do the last decent thing in her life there. What? How we failed that? Okay. So she just went off. Something is. Let's get back to Footfall. Not with Irida, with Cassia. This is a hint that we can go directly to the Martyr's Endurance. Expect to find her here, but before that, let's quickly level up Cassia. Command reality. The navigator decreases free degradation by willpower bonus points. All allies gain complete deflection against. Yeah, let's do this. If we are going against chaos, we will need this power. And we continue with persuasion. So let's check with her girlfriend. On noticing Yoktibi offers you a genuine beaming smile and reflectable. What will it be, sir? Anything for you? Any news of Jaya? Octavia's expression turns stony and even her jaw prosthetic stops squeaking for a moment. Hey Dari, my people found something in the sewer tunnels. Something that once belonged to her. Please sir, take this, remember Jaya. I don't need it keepsakes to raise the glass in that Medvixen's memory. Pour me clean water. I'll be going.
Let us not dawdle.
She... What just happened? I'm confused. We had to speak with her on the ship. We went back to the ship and she just disappeared.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Can we go into the sewers? Yes, we can. So we might find her down there. At least we don't have to sneak around this time. That mission was a bit of annoying.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Interesting. It's different.
I always keep my options open.
These are still knocked out.
Keep your wits about you.
She's not here. Damn it. Well, if we have found her arm, that implicates that she is not in a good shape.
Is there money to be made?
Let's check the journal. How about that?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Why can't we leave? Or we encountered a bug. I think this is a bug, like when we
I always have
return
a
to that
backup
ship.
plan.
Wait a minute. Okay, we have been there. And then we have to load. So she just ran and died. Let's see if we can go there now that we have an inquisitor. What requirements? What does it called? Inquisitorial powers. All of the stations of Iraq have been sealed from the inside. A box recording is stating that the priests of the Altar Temple Palace each century have no desire to communicate with reality and are refusing to access. Okay, it's still the same. Then let's go. Let's go to Euphrates. Do it. Holy gate. For Captain reporting shortly before our departure from a group of passengers in luxurious grabs delivered a strong box on several chests bearing the insignia of house or Servio to the ship. I suppose the use of gold-clad servants instead of servitors was an excellent attempt by the navigators to draw the attention of the rogue trader. Considering the incident in the capital world, the enforcer officers checked the now stabilized gift price. I am pleased to report that none of them threatened you, Lady Cassia, with a crew's well-being. Having said that, a closer examination of the strongholds by the tech adept revealed a data state with a vid message addressed personally to you, alongside some kind of encrypted data. You dare not to touch them without your instructions. What vid message? Show me. As you command, Lord Captain. Vigis issues several orders, and the lead screen of your personal cogitator springs to life. The machine inert, rumbling unhappily. Agent Another Rogue Trader, a familiar piercing voice comes from the cogitator's work system, and you see a bloated face with sagging skin and a gaping hole where the nose should be. We, Great Agent Aronto or Servio, send greetings and hope this message finds you in good health. House or Servio will soon hold a grand council within the palace of Atlas, in the holy relic that connects all navigators of our house. This meeting will take place not in the physical world but in the world of thoughts, dreams and visions. It is the only way to avoid bloodshed and decide the fate of the sacred child at last. Thanks to the Atlas, we feel that the soul of the child is full of dismay. And yet the rogue trader's words bear a lot of weight with the child's soul. He may soothe its next anxiety and lead the child down the right path. The path of accepting his duty before the house and ascending the Novator's throne. I hope you consider my offer of answers for it. For it is in your power to not only strengthen the bond between our dynasty but multiply our riches at the same time. The gifts accompanying this message are but an insignificant part of the great region's gratitude. May the God Emperors protect us all. The beat screen shuts down and the Master breaks the silence. I am told the message has been relayed to your cogitator, Lord Captain. I hope the data did not get corrupted during playback or delivery. Decode the encryption hidden in the data slate. Yes, Lord Captain. Digits fall silent and the voice transmission feels scratching of cogitator wheel and rustling of papers. The messenger servos crew has been sent to the Omniscient servants compartment. Once the data have been encrypted, I will notify you immediately. This will be all for now. Good Emperor protects Lord Captain. Let's check our colonies. Should we check on? Should we go and check on these? There's no things, but they serve them. Neither. I think we have no options on one store. Yeah. For Captain, an urgent report from the servants of the Omniside that managed to locate a second message on the house husband that was hidden in the shadow of the first one. As soon as it happened, the machine spirit rebelled and started devouring the encrypted data. The acolytes of the Code Mechanicus are practicing the rights to appease it and slow down the process of annihilation. What should we do? Display the message on the screen right now. The phone be decomposed with the furious clicking of digits augmented fingers. A few months later, the bit screen of your cogitator shows the recording through a wall of step. Lady Navigator Elinor. Rogue Trader Lady Navigator Elinor Devon, who staged an attempt to assassinate Cassia right in your place, politely smiles at you from the discreet. I had no doubt that your servants would find my trace. They are far cleverer than the ones employed by the great legend of Horse Arsenal. She does not bother trying the venomous wisdom in her last few words. I feel extremely awkward that our first encounter took place under such unfortunate circumstances. Truth be told, I saw a worthy person behind the lofty title only after fate put me on death's precipice. You hesitated to end my life despite holding it in your hands. Your noble deed gave me enough food for thought. Despite everything that transpired, I still believe we may become loyal allies to one another. I presume you already know that House Arsenal will be holding a grand council in the depths of that Accursed Atlas very soon. And we cannot ignore the call, for we are bound to it against our will. But if you convince this Lady Cassia to reject the Atlas and bring the centuries-old shackles binding our house, we could turn over a new page. Having said that, I will accept a different outcome. Should the child die, I am not going to shed any tears. I will accept any choice, Lord Leader. My people have nothing else to lose. But you could benefit from our friendship. There are mysterious shadows dancing in Lady Ariana's eyes. There is an emerald among the stars of Martianus, my gift to you for sparing my life. Head through the storms and torments. The video recording cuts short and you hear the Voxmaster voice in your combat. I am very sorry, Lord Captain. The servants of the Omniside could no longer restrain the machine spirits longer. I hope you were able to see the vid message through to the end. Well, not. We will deal that later. Okay, I think can't see the names, but I know Euphrates too was there. Wow, I did not expect that. Maybe we should have talked with Cassia before the jump. maybe. But I don't want to kill her, and I don't want to make her tear the Atlas out. So... Oh, we're just speaking with her. Kakan, how wonderful it is that I found you here. Uncontrollable anxiety washes over your body, causing you to lose your breath. Cassia notices this, close her eyes, and you are released from the grip of emotions that are not your own. Please forgive me. My powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free from my control. You have made great strides in learning how to keep them at bay. I commend your perseverance. I came to deliver good tidings. I have spoken with the house navigators through the Atlas. Of late, I can feel with increasing clarity how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the distance in its midst, House Orcelia has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Europe 5 and the resolution of the conflict at the Darganos reception. Not all Orcelios concur with your decision, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the house's present state of affairs. Cassia nods gratefully, lowers her gaze and claps her hands together. There is more I wish to tell you. It's about the visions that I come to experience at an increasing rate during the warp jumps. The same vision come to me again and again and again. It is as if I am going mad. For you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas and Tisiphone Orcelio, the house's previous novator. I have seen Tisiphone's experiments, the ones that involve the navigators from the Sethala branch, which was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. But the visitor visions told me an altogether different story, one where the Sethalas helped Tisiphone create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I know I can find a way to the palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tisiphone's journey from my visions. A real place, not the physical illusion to which the Orcelio navigators can reach out. I have always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with an absolute certainty. What makes you so sure that you will find the way to the physical manifestation of the Atlas? I saw Tisiphone experience an epiphany in a dream, just like my visions came to me on our travels through the war. She beheld a planet hidden behind rolling warp storms. The world promised her great powers, so Tisiphone gathered Sethalas, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that planet, but it was there that Sethalas sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind, and it was there that House Orcelio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find answers to the question my mentors so deftly avoided. Why did Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Orcelio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Rakan, do not snap this taut draw string of destiny, my destiny. Journey with me to Tisiphone's wake to the distant stars. I shall help you, Lady Cassia. Cassia breathes a sigh of relief, but the look in her eyes quickly darkens again. The house is still watching me, both the renegades and the loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree even to a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas origin. And I do not wish to see House Orcelio lose even one more life to another practical skirmish. No, I shall go after the answers about her past on my own. then it is best that we go alone. Cassia shoulders relaxed later. Thank you for your understanding, Rogue Trader, and now permit me to take my leave. I must start preparing for the journey. From what I have been able to glean, we must first travel to the Arabs rise by with astonishment. The Orsirio prophecy system. Out that. Could it be that the historical records are lying, and Kalen Orsirio is not whom the star system is named after? Either way, that was the star system which Symphony embarked on her journey, and we are going to follow in her long forgotten footsteps. Get back to the bridge. And maybe we should speak with our companions. Let's speak with our general.
Greetings.
No, I just wanted to check if she wanted to go to hunt for the holy relic. I don't think Iliad has anything to say.
Elantak, I trust your journeys were fruitful.
Maybe Idira has a new story.
Of course. Always at...
And let's talk with Oscar.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. May your labors be...
Okay, nothing new. I was hoping that he might say something about Euphrates too. But he just bleed over it. Let's get back to the map. Oh, we have a new quest in our journal. Price of power. Quest intends to recreate quest atlas. Oh, we need to do a ritual on the ship, and we are just. But I think we have to do this now. I have a feeling that the Euphrates 2 siege will be the end game. Especially because I watched another playthrough of the game, not entirely, just the beginning, and there was a very interesting at the beginning when we translated to real space the first time. We see the entity who has the form of Theodora, and she said something that we will meet on a metallic world, and Euphrates 2 looks like that world. So I think that will be the end game. And now I just cannot find anything here that's not wrong. That's the other way around, so let's go and speak to Cassia then. But to be honest, I'm not really interested in this Atlas nonsense right now, but...
Lord Captain, your ship sports a multitude of peculiar colors. It is most exhausting.
I don't
have enjoyed
understand.
your company.
It says... Person is to recreate Symphony's Orsirio rituals from the visions in order to find a way to physical place. As displayed by visions plus. There's a system. Okay, let's check the map if we have a new system. We can travel to. I don't see anything. Oh. We found it. Oh, we have to go there. Then let's go there. Okay. I'm moving around it. I don't want to use that route. Especially that we have established easy routes here. Let's lower. Wow, entry A 201.48.66 10 kilometers turned since the incident. Enforcer witness hide on not hide there. Witness Haida on 00110101. You claim that you are left the Sanctum Novice on the Ladies Navigator orders. Affirmative. This unit acted in accordance with maintenance protocol TRN 08353. Step 1. Sense the circuit mechanisms for the duration of 15 kilometer turns. Step 2. You fail to inform the bridge about the imminent jump. I want to know why. Data unavailable. Lady Navigator ordered that she be connected to the voice ship, but she did not order the preparation of the machine's piece of warp translation. Cause ritual that cannot be identified by this unit capabilities. This unit received the command to interrupt protocol TRN 08353 and exit the Sanctum Novice. No, please, not the fingers. I am gonna break one for every word of a lie I hear coming from your mouth. Now talk. Please, you have to believe me. All we did was prepare the canvas and mix the Lady Navigator's blood into the paints. Then we were told to open the shutters so that the Lord Captain could see everything that was going on inside the Sanctum Novice from the observation chambers and grog shit. Armaglass can't shield you from warp horrors. I swear it on my soul and the Golden Throne Master Enforcer, the Lead Navigator only wanted to paint picture for a ritual of some such. That's all I know. She was going to use the power in her eye, but I still got as far away from there as I could. That's all I saw, I'm telling you. Prepared for an emergency warp jump, barely activated the Galar field in time and are now being dragged to thrown nowhere by an unknown force. The Lady Navigator and the Lord Captain are still unaccounted for. Now tell me, one more time, what transpired in the Sanctum Novice? I escorted the Lord Captain to the observation chambers and yelled at the servant for leaving the shutters open. But then I was told it was the Rogue Trader's orders. We could see the Navy navigator clearly through the armor glass. She was lost in thoughts, staring at the canvas in front of her. She looked like she was completely unaware of the world around her. Soon, the servants were ordered to leave the Sanctum Navis, and the Lady Navigator picked up her brush. Entrance, she started dragging it across the canvas, painting one image over another and another over the last and another. And then the Lord Captain noticed it. There was a thing on the other side. The picture covered in a layer of fresh blood was coming. Called out to Lady Cassia. Started by the Lord Captain's cry, the Lady Navigator answered. That's when I realized it. The armor glass between us and the Sanctum Navis was gone. And the things in the painting, they broke free. And what happened next? I barely remember a thing. There was a bright flash, a purple blur. I remembering feeling so scared that my knees were shaking. I remember my legs carrying me away like they had a mind of their own. As I ran, I heard screams behind me. The Lord Captain and Lady Cassia, they, oh God Emperor, the creatures, they pulled them both inside the painting. Sir? Mistress Voxmaster, I have a report that needs to be delivered to the senior officers. The Lord Captain and the Lead Navigator were lost during emergency warp jump. Their whereabouts are still unknown. I'm sending you the interrogation reports. End of recording. Explanation of the Lord Captain personal account. Symphony Orcerus ritual did not go as planned. The warp disturbance triggered by the Lady Navigator's trance vanished over the Sanctum Navis. The void ship machine spirits reacted to the surge of the material and interpreted it as a call to action. Thus did the emergency jump into the unknown begin. Amid the shrieks of sirens, the clanking of shadows, and the distant hum of the warp engine, some unknown will pulled the Lord Captain into the Sanctum Navis toward the creatures from the living canvas that had already gripped the Lady Navigator's throat. Horrified, almost out of breath, and struggling to scream, Cassia stretched out her hand and began slowly sinking into her own painting. The Lord Captain snatched a dagger from the floor and started hacking the hands reaching from inside the painting. The ritual dagger of Has Arceo cleaved the billowing shadow, and yet the painted hand reformed itself the moment after the blade passed through it. Cassia went limp in the clutches of the horrific creation and was immediately pulled to the other side of the painting. A moment later, Trakan, still clutching the dagger, was likewise plunged into the depths of the world the Lead Navigator has created. Trakan awoke finding himself in the middle of a gigantic, boundless, billowing nothingness. His body felt weightless, floating in the void stern with hundreds of the Lead Navigator's colors. Some of them bright, warm and alluring, others morose, cold and heavy. The Lord Captain How about this? We have to... I don't think meddling with the colors will bring us any good. Close his eyes and remained adrift in the weightlessness. Trakan stayed in the ocean of nothingness, devoid of any sensation or emotion, until an ornate ritual dagger floated before his eyes and reminded him of a world that once seemed more real than this one. Someone's scream broke the delicate equilibrium of the Lord Captain's motionless body, and the weightlessness released him. Plummeted into the maroon abyss of rolling illusion, but was now in full control of his body again. Then Trakan descended into the abyss towards the screams. I think that's Lady Cassia. The Lord Captain crashed from an immeasurable height to the bottom of a rolling abyss. In the next moment, Trakan saw two figures amid the billowing maroon mist. One of the figures, unnaturally gaunt and tall, was clutching the other, smaller, in the claws, screaming furiously. The Lord Captain peered into the strange maroon mist. The crimson spheres confused the rogue trader's thoughts and emotions. He could hear whispers and moans coming from the depths. If he were to take one step, he would be forever lost in that violent mist and join the wretched course. But there was also a voice so desperately pleading for mercy, yet whose voice it was Straken could not tell. The road captain drew closer to look at the figures. One step was all it took for some unknown force to notice the Lord Captain, seize him and drag him through the painting's twisted space. The Lord Captain could clearly see the dark shade of the long-dead navigator leaning over Cassia, clutching her neck in its clawed fingers. The shade screamed, "You were given life because of me, you survived because of me, and here you are now because I have willed it so. Bow before me, tell me what I wish to hear, and your suffering will end. Go on, child, I have waited for so long. Submit to me." Oh man, I think they say something like this, that Tisiphone wants to return and using the child body, which is Cassia. Cassia looked exhausted, her body covered in hundreds of thin cuts, her lips lacerated claw marks on her cheeks. Yet there was steadfast resolve in her eyes. "I know who you are, Tisiphone or Celio. I know what you crave. I saw it in the vision that you sent me again and again. I won't allow you. I will never allow you to become me." Cassia's fatigued voice quivered, but she was not about to yield in this battle. The Lord Captain "Let's stab her." Well, you have a 60%. Risky. Very, 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 very risky. Let's wait, but we have already tried to stab her and she just reformed. Fingers crossed. Yes! The Lord Captain words attracted not just Lady Cassia's attention. Tisiphone or Celio, finally noticing the presence of a living creature in the bizarre world, turned to face the interloper and lunged forward, seething with rage. When the entity claws were millimeters from the rogue trader's throat, Cassia opened her navigator's eye, and a wave of unbridled warp energy obliterated Tisiphone's spectre before she realized what was happening. The radiant navigator grazed the Lord Captain with a tired smile. The abortive ritual had turned out to be a trap set for Lady Cassia by the previous novator of the house, but the rogue trader had ensured that her plan fell to ruin, and now it was time to desert that accursed place. Cassia took the rogue trader's hand and guided him through the maroon mist and out of the painting. Their unconscious bodies were discovered in the Sanctum Navis 20 Terran days after their disappearance, as soon as the rogue trader's worship emerged from the war in an unknown system. Wow. What is the Atlas? Wow. I didn't expect it to be an Eldar world. Okay, that's a surprise. And Iriat is with us. Okay. We can level her up again. Oh yes, because we have reload. And reality and persuasion. And we will explore this world in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I see you in the next one. Bye.